Hi ladies, Nancy here. Welcome to my channel, Sweet Nana Farm, and today I have a project to share with you. I am in a swap with Jane, who is Velocity Vet 1 here on YouTube. And if you've never been to her channel, go check her out. She's got some amazing mixed media projects and tutorials, so you won't be disappointed. Okay, so here is my project that I made for her. And I'll pan down slowly. Okay. There we go. Okay, we'll start at the top here. And what I did is I took a vintage hanger and I gessoed it. And then I took vintage photo distressed ink and put a little bit of that on it to give it kind of a worn, shabby chic look. And then I took apart a doily and came up with some pieces that look like leaves, and I glued those down. And then on each side, and then I took my flower and I glued that down. And then the tutorial on this flower that I made is from, and I can't say the name of the YouTube channel because I'm going to butcher it, so I'm going to spell it out. It's HECTANOOGA1. And her name is Emmy, and she has lots of tutorials on all kinds of flowers. And the name of this flower is Ruffled Rolled Shabby Chic Flower. Okay. So I made that flower and then I backed it with a doily. And you can't see the doily, but it's there. Okay, so I'll pan out a little bit. So then what I did is I took 2 square pieces of muslin and I glued them together. And then I took some seam binding, some white seam binding, and I dyed it with Distress Stain, and the color is Vintage Photo. Okay, and I glued that all the way around the project. Okay. And then I took an image and I did a fabric transfer. Isn't she sweet? And then I glued that down to my muslin. And then I took some lace here, or trim, I guess we'll call it trim here. And I glued that around the image. See if I can get a close-up of that trim. It's really pretty. Come on, focus. Oh, there we go. And I glued that around the image in an oval shape. There we go. Pan out a little bit. And then I took another piece of lace and glued it on the outside of it. And then I took some little satin flowers and I glued them around the image also. Here we go. Okay, and then after I did that, I took 3 strips of muslin. There we go. And glued them to the square piece of muslin and I took some white buttons and I sewed them down. There we go. And then I took some white muslin and I made some bows and I glued them at the top. There we go. And I think I forgot to mention that when I took these strips, I put them around the bottom part of the hanger and then I glued them to my project. Okay? And then after I did that, I started in this corner here with the same flower. I made 2 out of muslin here. And I made 1 out of the eyelet lace. And I backed all 3 of them with a doily. And then I also took those pieces of the other doily and made leaves out of them. Get a little closer. There we go. And then you can see a little bit of the doily here behind the flower. There we go. Okay, and then I also made a rolled rose out of burlap and put a little bead in the center. And in the center of my flowers I used buttons. Okay. And then I pretty much did the same thing in this corner. I'll get a little closer. Made 2 flowers out of the muslin and made 1 eyelet flower. Let's see. Sorry, ladies. I really stink at this. Okay. I promise I'll get better at handling the camera. Anyway. I think I promised you that last time. Okay, there we go. A pretty little flower. And I also backed those with doilies. And then there's another rolled rose, burlap rose. And then the leaves out of doilies. And then over here, I took a key and I tied seam binding to it and glued it down. And then I took a button and glued it to the project. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I did put some lace down here along the bottom. It looks really pretty. Okay. And then I took some beads and glued them down in some random places on the project. There we go. Kind of see it there. Okay. And that's it. And I don't know, did I forget to mention my bow that I made out of seam binding? Here, I'll see, I'll get a close-up of it. It's kind of a droopy little bow. It hangs down quite a ways. There we go. Alright. Whoops. Gosh. Okay, there we go. So there is my project, ladies. I hope you all liked it. And I hope Jane likes it. So, leave a comment if you wish. That would be wonderful. And subscribe. So you ladies have a wonderful day. And I will be back hopefully soon with another project. Bye.